welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast, coming to you live from the America First Warehouse every Wednesday at 4 p.m. We follow the amazing podcast from our guest host tonight, Fred Rubino. That's what I'm talking about. Also the host of the Newlywed Game here on the America First Warehouse podcast. And to my left, I guess both physically and ideologically, I don't know.
No.
Sexually.
Yeah, there is a right, left there somewhere. There's a spectrum, they say. So,
Yes.
Gino Bisconti,
Hey,
a legend in his own mind.
can't get enough of me.
A comedy icon who appeared before dozens of people the other
upwards
day.
of five.
Dozens
I've
the other
opened
day.
for Freddie Rubino.
He's
There you
made
go.
tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
This isn't about me, please.
He was performing in the basement of the First Baptist Church in Wyandanch last week,
Yeah.
but he comes back every once in a while when the senses allow him back. And let me say who I am. I'm Steve Levy, your guest host. I'm the former county executive here in Suffolk County, former New York State Assemblyman, and the executive director of the fiscally conservative think tank, Center for Cost-Effective Government. So every week we come here and we rehash what's been going down over the last week, and you can't keep up with it because the news cycle, which used to be by the month and by the week and by the day, is now by the half hour. But we got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about one of my topics, illegal immigration. When I was county executive, Fred and Gino, I was kind of Trump before Trump. I was saying, what the hell is going on here with 70 men hanging out at the 7-Eleven waiting for Gino, of course.
Exactly.
And the pickup truck, or Home Depot. And I had Newsday telling me as county executive that I was a bad boy for not constructing a taxpayer-financed hiring hall so we could allow the contractors and the fly-by-night guys to pick up the illegal aliens in the illegal alien economy and promote it and then teach them English and blah, 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 blah. I said no, so of course they call you a racist. But anyway,
I've called you a racist before the show.
I called you with three racist jokes before I got here. There's a lion and a gorilla.
No, do not
All right.
go there.
All right.
You'll have to go to his
It's
website.
in the paper already?
That was the punchline, folks.
Now,
just to let you
Steve,
know.
when that was happening, that was the beginning, like you said.
That was the beginning.
People hang out at Home Depot.
Yep.
And I said that it's the easiest thing in the world to stop. All you have to do is hire one person. And he doesn't say what state he's in. He goes to Home Depot, he waits. One time he's in Pennsylvania. The contractor truck pulls up, you follow it to the work site. Okay, ABC Contracting is using 5 illegals. He gets hit with a $50,000 fine.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Next day, a contractor in Pittsburgh gets hit with 50 grand. In 5 weeks.
So easy to cure.
In 5 weeks, it gets around to all the contractors. Whatever you do not hire him. The guy got banged. He's out of business now. One guy.
Yeah.
But they don't want, the elected officials on both sides of the aisle did not want to fix this. They wanted it to happen.
You're right.
The Republicans who were the Wall Street Journal Republicans and the Chamber of Commerce Republicans love the cheap labor. And what do the Democrats want? Future voters, Gino.
Yep.
Future voters. So they both look the other way.
And men in skirts.
Yes,
they
they do.
love men
They
in
do.
skirts.
They do indeed.
I don't know what has gotten into them.
So who showed how
Skirts.
easy it is? Donald Trump comes along and says, you don't need comprehensive immigration reform. You just have to enforce the law that's on the books.
Right.
So Bill in the box up there, Bill in the box, that's our new word for Bill
That
in
was
the
his
box.
high school name, Bill in the box.
Bill came out of the box,
Yeah.
but then he went back in the
Bill
box.
had trouble getting into the box,
Yeah.
I'm told.
Bill
Not here
in
to
the
judge.
box upstairs. Give us our first asset. This is 8 U.S. Code 1324. Okay, I'm not even going to try to read that because it's very far away, so I have it here. All right, folks? This is the law right now. under federal immigration law, 8 U.S. Code 1324, blah, 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 blah. Any person knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that an alien has entered the U.S. in violation of the law, and there's about 20 million of them, who,
At least.
quote, transports or moves or attempts to transport or move such aliens committed a criminal act. But here's the good part. Furthermore, under Part 3 of the statute, any person who, quote, conceals, harbors, or shields from detection, unquote, such alien is committing a criminal act. So now, guys, if you've been reading about that, and ladies and gentlemen, hope you've been reading it from your Long Island. You have. If you're not, get this. There's the town of Southold on the east end. There's the town of East Hampton on the east end. The big Tony areas out there. They're actually coordinating with this illegal immigration advocacy not-for-profit group called OLA, O-L-A. And they're writing legislation to say that when the cops, the local cops, see ICE in the area conducting a raid, they have to call up the elected officials. ICE is here, ICE is here. Now, why do they want to do that? So they can go to OLA and the not-for-profits to say, hey, ICE is here, run. Now, how is that not shielding an illegal alien and being a crime that the DOJ should come down on? Tell me, Fred and Gino.
It's this is the word that comes up more and more. It's just the arrogance of the left, that they think they can just literally make a law, and it's not a law, but they think if they say it, it's a law. And so they're like, in their minds, they made a law that allows you to break the law. But when you take away all their misnomers, all they're doing is saying, hey, break the law, and they're shocked when people get arrested, or let's be honest, get arrested. Who can know it? But they're shocked when it doesn't work. They're shocked when the president throws logic in their face and says, no, that's illegal, you can't do it. And then what really makes their brains go click, click, whistle, ding is when you tell the people in Congress, you're in Congress, if you don't like the law, you're allowed to pass a bill to change it and vote on it, but they know they can't do that either.
But
so they just keep talking ridiculously.
So we'll ignore it. Fred, we know you love Governor Kathy Hochul here in New York.
I believe that she is mentally retarded. But listen, if it's
nicer than what
against
I
the
call
law
it.
to
That's a politically
transport
incorrect term.
illegals,
Right.
they'd have to lock up every bus driver in Queens. But Kathy
by the way, do work for the state, the city government, and they get licenses and everything else.
The free
blah, blah.
buses? The free
The
buses?
free buses, yeah. That they want to make free that's already free because you don't have to pay a fare anyway because nothing happens to you. But speaking of our lovely governor, Kathy Hochul,
Yes.
and for those of you not from New York watching us today, and we know there's 6 or 7 of you out there, so
Yes.
pay attention, okay? This woman has now passed a law telling the local governments, like Bruce Blakeman, her Republican opponent, no, you cannot work with ICE, even if you want to get the scumbags out of here who are raping our women and pillaging and murdering and everything else. And Blakeman,
Who books that?
You know a guy?
I think she's actually retarded, and I'm not just saying that. When you see her making speeches, when you see her ask questions, she's lost. I think this should be all elected officials should have a basic IQ. At least make known a basic IQ. Because let's face it, if you have an IQ that's lower than
You're looking right at me, you
like
mother.
Gino.
You
Let's just say like
Just say
Gino.
it. Just say it.
If you are like Gino and have a touch of
is this for hanging
touch of Down syndrome,
how did I get into this? Joe the Box, get me out of here. Get me out of here, Joe the Box.
I honestly think there's something wrong with her.
I think that's just a Botox look. That's what it is.
No,
I agree with that.
You know how Nancy's got that crazy wacko look like that, you know? 'Cause it's the Botox.
But it's also that she I'd never heard of her until whatchamacallit, Cuomo, that piece of garbage, got in trouble. Remember? Oh, I'm not creepy. I'm Italian. That made us look good.
Right.
And you cannot convince me that this Downsy.
Downsy.
That
Oh,
this
come on,
Downsy
that-
chick
you
let
can't-
him feel her up.
You can't.
You know, and then she got
She's
the gig.
chromosomally challenged.
I missed this.
There was
I missed
actually
this so much.
there was actually something very profound I was about to say, but after listening to you
what are you
guys,
doing? What is
I
it?
doubt that.
Me and Fred,
Absolutely ran out the
me and
window.
Fred are having a conversation.
Speaking
My-
of Down syndrome, Steve, what do you
Absolutely.
think about this?
You're damn right on that. Oh, here's how
I was
it's
going to say
Hochul.
something intelligent. Why?
Here's when I first heard of Kathy Hochul. I'm county executive, right? Check this out. I hear about this awesome upstate county clerk named Kathy Hochul.
A county clerk.
Yes.
Wow.
And guess why she was famous? She was opposing illegal aliens getting driver's licenses. I'm not making it up. That was her claim to fame. She was an upstate clerk and says, I'm not giving driver's licenses to these county clerks. Are you crazy? So then what happened? Patterson goes out. Cuomo comes in. He chooses her son. Oh, I'm for licenses and I'm for everybody to stay. Al Sharpton told me to say that.
Feels her up. I'm telling you, because she was like probably one of the people that went along with whatever his creepiness was, and it ties into what you're saying. I think she looks a little downsy because her face is
downsy.
frozen, and then you get away with saying dumb things.
Can't say downsy.
And you look retarded when you talk
You
like
can't
and
say
he gets mad,
retarded
so I'm
either.
not going to
It's
call
not-
her.
Mentally retarded.
I'm not going to call her a WHORE. That's SPELLING.
I told you. I'm glad at least you're not saying the word. I told you that was foreboding.
But you damn sure better believe
Jesus.
that any woman,
David Zare,
Fred, what
get back here, David Zare. Where are you,
Fred,
my
what do you
co-host?
call-
Lieutenant, you whore.
What do you call a woman, and I'll do this in 7, what do you call a woman that feeds off rich men's money, and then when she gets mad at him says, go to Florida, and then a year later when
My
she...
wife.
2 seconds. On that note, we'll see you in 3 minutes, maybe.
The Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. I've been there, I looked, I tried to see. Here I am in New York City, watching a nice sunrise. Not really. I'm in the warehouse. I'm telling you about a conservative organization, not the AARP loser, left wing, forget about it. This is where you need to be. You get everything conservative menus. America.us/TAFW.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just 2 entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Hey Patriots, we're excited to bring to you Sugar Creek Goods, all natural quality skincare products brought to you by great patriots like we are here. That's why we brought this into the America First Warehouse. All these great natural products are amazing, and you can get them on our website and go right to www.sugarcreekgoods.com/TAFW. These are phenomenal products. I love them all. And this one right here is for Patriot Pup. Thank you so much for supporting us.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Well, folks, I know you're surprised, but we really were permitted to come back after that last segment on the Right Side podcast with your host, Steve Levy. That's not Steve Levy. That's not Steve Levy.
Steve, you look terrible.
Really
Whatever you
did.
do, don't
Oh
go
my
to commercial
God.
again.
Look at your
happened?
Cro-Magnon forehead, Steve.
There we
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Oh, my God.
Whatever you
that
do,
was-
don't go to
I
commercial
just had
again.
a heart attack. So I'm the former county executive of Suffolk County here, though I don't know how I ever got into this position to be here with Fred Rubino from the, what podcast is that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Way to be
about.
prepared, Steve.
Exactly.
Tell he watches this all day.
No, I know he's the newlywed gay guy. He's the
Of course I'm
newlywed
gay.
guy.
But
I'm
Funny
half
guy.
gay.
Isn't it the
Funny
new
guy.
newlywed
The
game?
yeah. Bob Eubanks will be very
old
pissed
newlywed?
that he's still alive, I think, Bob Eubanks.
I'm going to do a Muslim version. I'm looking for 11-year-olds as we speak.
Oh man, I don't think we're going to a segment 3, folks. I really do not. But anyway, that's Fred from the, that podcast.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. And Gino Pisconti, who occasionally does some gigs.
Yeah, I
when
do some
he's
stuff.
not panhandling
I'm smart.
at Wellwood Avenue and Sunrise Highway.
Rarely.
That's my corner.
We can do that.
Snooze, you lose,
All
Fred.
right. So, hey, we got to first thank Joe DeBox. Thank you, Joe DeBox, for making this venue available for patriots around here. If you haven't been here, you got to get here to your America First Warehouse in Ronkonkoma, New York. You come to Long Island, you come here. It's a mecca for patriots. It's unbelievable. And Joe, out of the goodness of his heart and his pocketbook, make this all possible. He even lets me come here and punished me for something. I don't know what it was, but teamed me with
You know what
Gino
you
and
did.
Fred today, and this
You know
could be
what you
trouble.
did.
This could be trouble. All right, we were talking about immigration last segment. We got to keep talking about immigration. Article today, 50,000 deportations last month, the most ever, and they said it couldn't be done. Oh, you got to have immigration reform. You need Congress, and along comes Trump. No, just enforce the freaking law. So he's got Tom Homan in there, and first we had the Barbie doll there. She's gone. Kristi Noem, now you got Mullen, right, who's a tough guy.
Mark Wayne.
And Mark Wayne, and they're going at it, and they're deporting these people, but not with any help from the Democrats, who are throwing roadblocks every step of the way. But 50,000, but let me tell you guys, what is that, 60,000? Did I add that up, 60,000?
I understood there'd be no
600,000,
math on this show.
600,000 a
An
year.
ICE agent leaves a train station. Never mind.
So how many years is it going to take to undo what Biden allowed to happen in this nation? And that's despite the fact that the media, the liberal judges, the Democrats are gumming up the works. But good for you, President Trump, for doing it. And Fred Rubino, is it any coincidence that this year we had the lowest murder rate, the lowest crime rate on record? Oh, all of a sudden, how did that happen?
Not in my house. But let me just say one thing. They caught a few people this weekend that were 10-time felons, let out of El Salvador jails.
Not sending their best, I believe, is what was said once.
Right,
Go on.
rape, murder. They caught a few of them, and with them were other illegals who were not
They didn't
career
rape
criminals.
They didn't rape or
Right.
kill somebody.
Which is what these are the battlegrounds that they're choosing now.
Right.
Oh, if they didn't do anything, why you
You're
go
allowed
out?
to stay forever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I came into this country illegally, and
Or illegally, they'd still throw you out. Fred, but
illegally,
all right.
if I was there and I was living and I had a job and I had a family, I would be really pissed at these murderers and other ones that are hiding in my community.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would get them out so that they won't pinch you, because we really want the dangerous ones out first.
Well, listen, that's Tom Homan's point time and time again with these idiots promoting sanctuary states and sanctuary cities. Hey, morons, if you work with us, in getting rid of the hardened jackasses out there, we don't have to swarm your area with all
Exactly.
the ice guys. You won't work with us, Kathy Hochul, so you give us no choice. We have to flood your area, and we get the bad guys. But by the way, if we get within the net someone who didn't commit a murder but is still here illegally,
They gotta go.
You don't get a pass, baby. Because if we start saying that, Gino Bisconti, then we're an open border society. You get in here, you don't rape or murder, you get to stay forever. Bull dinky, as they
A
say.
little
my
late for that
grandkids say.
feedback, but speaking of hardened immigrants, that's where they
Hey
find.
now.
Speaking of hardened immigrants, yeah.
Is this Howard Stern
I'll
show?
have you know, sanctuary cities and states are where they find the most child trafficking because they know it's easier to get away with it. And simply put, these people like that are. You said it perfectly. Sorry, I lost my point because I wanted to get that Harden joke in. But you said it. It's like when you see these trans people saying things,
Hey!
and when you see the 1% of black people wrecking a Carnival cruise. It was a lot better when they were rowing. You're right. But the point
Oh,
of
wait a
making
minute.
is
Come on.
That
the
is-
point I'm making is
That is
it's
not
the
sanctioned by
it's a
this
fact.
show. He's a jerk for
I
saying
have to
that. That was
apologize.
It's
racist.
the 1%.
As a racist would say. Go ahead.
It's the 1% that are ruining it for the 99%, even in the cases of illegal immigrants.
The Carnival cruise ships are a very good cruise organization.
Yes, they are.
My cousin just went on a cruise out of Jacksonville.
And he didn't get Legionnaire's disease until 30 days.
He got murdered.
We came back.
It was the SS George Floyd, and it was.
I
a
heard they
Carnival
went
cruise.
bananas on the deck.
Oh, God. How... Oh.
But
Bill,
if they just, if
Bill,
they,
you're allowed to cut the mics at any time, Bill.
If they
5-second
self-deport-
delay, please.
if they self-deport, they would be solving a lot of problems. But the media plays into this.
Really?
Listen,
The media? The mainstream media?
I'm watching the news, local news, and I see that ICE raided a school, and they were terrifying children. You know, and I was like, that's too far. To me, that's too far.
But that's not what happened.
It wasn't happen. ICE raided. You know why? The janitor was an illegal immigrant,
Yeah.
and he was a convicted murderer 2 times over.
But you get a pass because you're working in the school.
But all they
and,
did, they raided a school.
Yeah, and what they and I love how you get these stupid. By the way, for those of you,
You knew it wasn't a teacher.
By the way, for those of you scoring at home, that Pretty chick and that other dude, excuse me, that Good and Pretty are still dead. Thank God, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are protecting these terrible animals.
Yes.
And the simple point
Look,
is,
we don't want them dead. They were bad people who were doing bad things, committing
no,
felonies.
we don't want
but
ICE
we
agents dead.
But
if
we
they-
don't want anybody
We don't want
dead.
people
Could we
with
say
guns
that?
and motor vehicles killing ICE agents. When simply put,
Correct. Two
simply
things can
put,
be
let's
true.
Let's say Donald Trump created an app on your phone that if you're an illegal immigrant, not only can you self-deport and we'll start the paperwork for you and pay for your flight and give you some spending cash.
I'm leaving. How much is it?
Where's our ticket?
Can
Where's
you
our
imagine?
ticket?
I want to go back to Sicily. But if they didn't leave with that, do you think they're leaving now? Do you think if they didn't take advantage of that, it's going to be like, oh, ICE is here, I'll go with you? No. So on behalf of the dead, Good and Pretty people, I already forgot their first names, which is glorious.
I just got
on
a text.
behalf of them, let ICE do their job.
I just got a text from Sicily. You better
don't want 'em.
fucking not, they're saying.
So
we
did you see-
needed that money.
Did you see Stephanopoulos? Is that what you're... Stephanopoulos on ABC is interviewing the parents of the guy who was killed. Not Good.
Alex Pretty.
Alex Pretty. The kind, gentle nurse, Alex Pretty, who was
wasn't.
kicking the crap out of a car.
He left nursing.
And came with a gun to an ICE event so that he could cause some kind of trouble. Now, I don't want the guy dead, and it was a weird situation.
You're better
Somebody
than me.
yells,
By
somebody
the way, a
yells
male
gun.
nurse, it's not the first time he's had 4 guys on top of him.
Oh, what I don't...
I don't understand. What do you
I
mean?
don't-
Am I getting
Gay.
arrested or
Gay.
am I getting
getting
arrested?
You can't say that.
No, I
You
would never
can't
say
say
I'm
that.
that.
about to give you the jaws of life. Anyone else?
What did executive.
Why would
I
you-
was Suffolk County
He-
executive,
he
you know.
deserves so
I
much
was
better
an
than this.
assemblyman. I did not deserve this, Joe DeBox. How did you get me into this place? Anyway, we are talking some substance, and let's talk about some. Here's more stuff with the immigration. Good for you, Donald Trump. Good for you, Marco Rubio. 200,000 visas. No more. They're kicking them out. The visa problem is just as bad as the illegal border crosses. At one point, about half of all the illegal aliens here overstayed their visa.
Yes.
They come for work. They come for vacation. Oh, I want to stay. And in fact, I think I want to apply for asylum. So I think I'll stay here 10 years until my hearing comes up and I won't show up, and then you'll never get me. I'll stay here forever. Good for Donald Trump. Good for Rubio. Say, you're out of here. 200,000 of them are being turned around. So what does the media say here? This is what they write up. They get a quote from OLA, that illegal immigration NGO, right? Said, immigration experts on Long Island said the change could have a chilling effect on foreign visitors spending in the United States and also make it less likely that those who face unexpected danger, like a coup in their home country while visiting, will seek safety in the United States. Who the heck is going to be? You come to the U.S. on a visa, and now they say, hey, you can't stay beyond your visa date. That's a chilling effect? I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope so.
We're gonna lose tourists. Hey, you want to go to the United States? It's 10 times safer now. No, I liked it when they raped me last year. You know, it's so stupid. But can I play devil's advocate? I know we got 40 seconds left.
Go ahead, Devil.
I really don't blame. Of course, the murderers and all those, but the other ones who were told that the country is open. The country's open. Come
Can't
in,
blame
and
them.
we'll give you money.
Don't
and
blame
an
the player.
education. And
And housing
Don't
that other
blame
people
them.
can't afford.
I
because
never
you're in it.
blame them.
I cannot blame them for
Absolutely
that. Those
right.
are the Democratic Party
You're right.
people who went to take this country down, and I just cannot blame a family who was told,
It's the
come in.
jackasses
Yeah.
we elect to our positions of power who look the other way. Hopefully, you'll keep looking here in 2 minutes. See you in 2.
That's a segue.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. You know, people at the warehouse are always asking me, Gino, you show up smelling like freedom every day, even though you live in the cesspool that is the socialist New York City. How do you do it? Sugar Creek Goods. Sugar Creek Goods is made by patriots and has a full line of incredible products, including soaps and lotions, and even this that you use for your dog, Patriot Puffs. My wife makes me use that. But people, please, get your own. Go to sugarcreekgoods.com/TAFW. See ya.
Hey, Paul, I was having a pillow fight with Gino's wife.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's
I
not
was
supposed
there.
to stay
I
up that
remember.
late.
I have the video. And now let me tell you, talk about soft. When I think soft pillows, I think of other than Gino's wife, mypillow.com, because these are the best pillows you're ever going to get. You can go to mypillow.com /TAFW. Go now, get your My Pillow right now.
The America First Ultra MAGA store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA store.
Hey, Paul, you know what's more disappointing than Gino Bisconte? Bad cell service.
I can hear you.
What?
I can hear you right here. It's not like you're on your cell phone talking about me.
You know what? We could have called each other, is what you're going.
Using Patriot Mobile,
Just put it in our
Yes.
group text.
which works all over the country. And how would they get it if they wanted to be red, white, and blown away? Does that work?
Smash the little black box.
Huh? PatriotMobile.com/T.
You know, I got to tell you, a lot of my followers are asking, hey, Midnight, where are you getting all that energy from? I say, you want to know the truth? I take about 25 milligrams of Adderall a day. But that eventually ends, and then that's where Agara coffee comes in. I start drinking this stuff, and it boosts my energy. It shoots me right through to the moon. If you're not drinking Agara coffee and you need that extra boost during the middle of the day, I'm telling you right now, get this into your system, and I promise you that it will absolutely take you to a whole nother level. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo! It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
All right, we're back. Joe the Box, who is here in the studio, actually allowed us to do 2 more segments, or at least
Idiot.
one.
He's an
until he
idiot.
pulls the plug. Thank you, Joe the Box. This has been quite an experience with Fred Rubino on one side and Gino Piscanti on the other side. I'm your host, Steve Levy, former county executive, New York State Assemblyman.
Former podcast host after today.
Former podcaster as of
Why
today.
are you looking at my Cro-Magnon brow?
Oh, man, that's why he's got the headband. It hides the Botox.
It's so bad.
Like Nancy and who's the other one? Hochul, our friend
Kathy Hochul.
So, where do we start? We got to talk about penises in this one.
Of course we have to talk about penises.
We are talking
about
penises.
And circumcisions, penises, and chopping away. And what I'm alluding to, of course, is our friend Abdul El Sayed from Michigan. Who is?
It sounds like a Mexican folk song guy. El Said, everybody.
Oh, well, anyway. Anyway, we're on the air, for God's sake. You can't yell from the peanut gallery.
You can.
Shut up over there.
So anyway, all right, Bill in the box, who's still in his box, came out of his box, went back into his box. Bill in the box, let's show that clip of Jesse Waters interviewing El Sayed about sex change operation for minors and his moronic response as to why he doesn't oppose chopping off the junk of a little kid. Go.
Sex changes for minors. Do you support that?
Look, you know, I remember having great conversations with my conservative friends about right-to-try legislation. The idea that the government shouldn't tell you what kind of health care you should have. I just think the government shouldn't tell you what kind of health care you should have. And if you're a minor, between
You want to
your doctor
try on
and your
kids?
parents. Now, if you disagree with that, if you disagree that healthcare decisions need to be made by a doctor and their parents and a patient, then we think we agree to disagree. But you know, you want to put government inside.
So,
a
Abdul,
clinic
you're
or
a doctor,
hospital
right?
Selectively. I am.
So you think
Well,
it's okay
go
for
ask-
a parent to
you don't
slash
believe me,
his
so just go
kid's
ask Columbia
ding-a-ling off?
University.
You think that's okay?
I mean, do you really want to have this conversation? Are you circumcised?
Yeah, but I mean, that's
Too
a
much
personal
information.
question.
Okay,
doctor.
So you probably should want to move on. You probably should want to move on.
And
Can it, Bill?
circumcision's different than castration.
I think it's a problem. It's a problem that you think that you get to decide
We're good,
what
Bill.
happens between a
So,
parent, a doctor,
back to
and
my
a
pretty
patient.
face.
And I'm just saying that yes,
He can't
circumcision
cut.
is
He doesn't
surgery
have
on a
an
kid's
edit button.
ding-a-ling. So if you really want to bring that
Okay.
up, you
You
can.
ever see Bugs
I
Bunny?
just
You
think you
gotta
guys
go
are
to
really
the
selective about how you
That's
want to talk about
wacky.
these
But
things.
look at
Abdul,
the arrogance
Michigan's not going
of
for that.
his
That is
response.
6.
Okay, so listen. You see these fingers here?
I do.
Read between.
Hey now.
Hey.
Read between the
That's
lines.
a party.
I swear I was going to say that. Now it's a party. Now we got. You ever see
Yes.
Deer Hunter? Now with 3 fingers. Now we got a game. Now we got a game.
All right. There is a difference.
All right, I'll come
Between-
back on your podcast. So you don't have to give me the
Between-
3 fingers.
There's a difference between filing this nail and chopping off the
Yeah.
freaking finger.
Yeah.
Am I right, Fred Rubino?
I can tell you right now that this guy is dodging the question because he's an ultra liberal and he wants to not go against any transgender issue at all. But
They'll beat
let
him
me
up.
say that when Jesse Waters told him that, he should have pressed him on it. He shouldn't have let him get
Yeah,
away
yeah.
with stuff like that. And by the way, if your kid at 8 says, "I want you to cut my
Ding-a-ling, as he said.
my junk off,"
Yeah.
why would you say yeah? Kids can't.
Child Protective Services could take you away.
Kids can't buy cigarettes.
You got
That's
that
why
right.
they have to buy them from me. So if you can't even buy cigarettes, You have the right to cut your sexual organs
Now,
off?
Gino Pisconti.
Speaking of
this
no
guy-
sexual organs,
this guy.
Just knew you
This
can't
guy-
leave that hanging out there
Al
for
said-
Fred.
Not hanging. Don't say hanging.
Dangling.
Nothing will be hanging
Dangling?
or dangling with El Sayed around. So he says it should be between the child and the parent and the doctor. You know what else they do in some Islamic cultures? They take the little girls and they cut their sexual part, the clitoris,
as I like to say in the
which
medical
one?
profession.
Okay.
You're not in it.
But that is between the kid and the parent. Is that okay in America? Or are we in the freaking Stone Ages here? No, you can't do that here because we have a constitution and we protect our kids. But, you know, he might think that's okay as well as cutting off the ding-a-ling, so these kids are forever sterile and have no pleasure in their future life. What the hell kind of cultural affirmation is
And where does it
happening
end?
here?
If your kid has an earring, could you cut his ear off?
Sure. Well, the thing that you left out is you said it, and he didn't say it. He said health care, because that's how arrogant and stupid, or that's how arrogant the left is and how stupid the people that follow them are. Because if you think health care is lopping off your dick, I'm sorry.
Ding-a-ling is the
sorry.
proper term.
If you think that's health care,
please.
if you think it's health care because Allah doesn't want women to enjoy sex, so they cut off their clitoris, it's not. Is it mental health care? Maybe. But the only health care you give someone who's got what, gender dysmorphia, whatever word they made up, is you have a therapist talk to them. You do not neuter them until they're old enough to decide they want to be neutered and they're 21 or something. But that is what the left does. They use words like, well, I'm not going to get in the way of health care. It's not health care, you piece of garbage. You're mutilating children.
Fred Rubino, this is what unbridled immigration does. You allow people to come in from the third world in huge numbers. They get together in these enclaves like Michigan and become the tail that wags the dog. They're not a majority. But like in England, they're not a majority. But if you get a big enough clique, they then are indispensable
They cut
to
it
the
off.
liberal.
Kathy Hochul had a big
Cut
enough
it right.
to get her job.
Clique that was.
So can
They
you do
will-
that with any part of your kid? Can you go
the
in?
point I'm making.
question.
Well, that's that's what I'm
Why
saying.
just that? Why
I got to
can't
cut
I
off
say
his foot. Health care.
he dances? It's
But
against
in-
the Quran to dance. Cut his feet off.
Health care.
In some of these places now in England, Sharia law is the law, and the regular officials can go like this. Oh, we don't want to offend them. We'll be called Islamophobes or racist. So let them go rape women, which they were allowed to do.
Right.
You know, let them create their own Sharia courts. This is crazy, but it's coming to America, is it not, Gino?
It's already here. Did you see? Bill Maher was talking about it, and I don't know enough about it because I rarely listen to him, but I saw a clip and turned it off. But some woman that's running for office in one of those, I think it might be Minnesota, literally is not running on trans rights. You know why? She's like, well, I'm for trans rights, but unfortunately, most Muslims are against it. So she's kowtowing to the yes. I'm sure people in the chat know kowtowing to the Islamists and I should say the Islamophobes. You know.
Well, I'm going to say this. When I was county executive, I helped create the Islamic American Board. And wonderful, amazing people, some of the greatest people I've ever met. And I think that's the overwhelming majority of the Muslim population who comes here who want the same thing we do. Good schools,
They
safe streets, their
assimilate.
kids. They dissimulate. What we're talking about is the Islamists, the people who want to practice Sharia law. And there's a huge, huge difference there.
All the Muslims I've ever met, and there are a lot of them that I've met in Brooklyn, 99% came for the exact same reason. They had daughters, and they had to get out of these Muslim
13-year-old,
areas.
They didn't want to be married or at 13.
Or abused.
Right.
And so they brought them here, and now
We
when
welcome you, but don't bring that freaking culture here.
They didn't. They
Right.
they
They
came
got
and they were
away
like,
from
oh, this is great. And now they're going, what are you doing? We ran from these
Right.
people. You're letting them in.
Just like the Cubans from in Florida.
Well, they shouldn't let Cubans in. I agree with that.
I mean, now you're talking
I mean,
stupid.
let's not
That's
be
stupid.
stupid now.
They ran away from
I can see maybe
Castro,
let him into the Yankees
Venezuelans.
bullpen, but come
they
on.
run away from Chavez, and then they say, this Democratic Party's trying to give me what I ran away from.
Yeah,
Get
they're bringing
outta
him in.
here.
Remember when Colin Kaepernick wore the Fidel Castro shirt in Florida?
Well, speaking of Florida,
I'm a resident of Florida.
I've heard that somewhere.
They deny it. They deny it. Ron DeSantis, gosh, I'll vote for him for president. I'll vote for Rubio. I love the guy. He passes a law that says in Florida, our children are going to learn about the evils of communism in China, Soviet Union, Cuba, Venezuela. Thank God someone's pushing back against the Randy Weingartens, the woke crap in our schools. The 1619 Project, which teaches that America was founded to create a slave colony, not for freedom. Thank you, Nicole Hannah-Jones from the New York Times. 4,000 schools this is being taught in, Fred, but not Florida, where you claim you're
we
a
stand
resident.
strong. And speaking about pushing back, Pete Buttigieg also said that socialism should flourish in every state of the union.
I don't get what you mean pushing
He was
back.
pushing back on a lot of the hard issues.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry. My mom is gone. My mom is no longer with us.
That's the way he was reared.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Not even subtle.
I didn't know it would come to this, Mom. I didn't know I'd be in this place at this time. But I'm sure, you're saying, keep going, Steve.
Right.
It'll
Keep
get
going,
better.
Steve.
Right.
You
It'll get
deserve
better.
They're teaching them the they're teaching them the 1619 Project,
It's
not the 13 to 16 Project, which is a Muslim dating site. Did you know that?
God.
I knew that, yes.
Yeah, I did.
Stop with your racist Islamophobic
Pete Buttigieg is
stuff.
also pushing back on that.
No one suffers more than the Muslim extremists than the moderate Muslim.
You're right.
Right.
No one suffers more than the illegal
They just wanna-
Spanish and murderer that comes in than the regular Spanish Hispanic American. They're the ones who suffer
We
the most.
welcome those who want to come here the right way and assimilate into our marvelous country. God bless America. You're watching the On the Right podcast. That's 3 out of 4 we got through.
Yeah.
We only have one more. I think
You were
we're
really
gonna make
pushing
it.
back hard against that
Yeah,
Pete
that's
Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
That's it. I don't think we're coming back. Come back in 4 minutes and we'll see if we're still here, folks. I don't know.
Me, Joe the Fox, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. I've been there, I looked, I tried to see. Here I am in New York City, watching a nice sunrise. Not really. I'm in the warehouse. I'm telling you about a conservative organization, not the AARP loser, left wing, forget about it. This is where you need to be. You get everything conservative menus. America.us/TAFW.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just 2 entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Hey Patriots, we're excited to bring to you Sugar Creek Goods, all natural quality skincare products brought to you by great patriots like we are here. That's why we brought this into the America First Warehouse. All these great natural products are amazing, and you can get them on our website and go right to www.mypatriottravel.com sugarcreekgoods.com/TAFW. These are phenomenal products. I love them all. And this one right here is for Patriot Pup. Thank you so much for supporting us.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We actually made it. We're here in our fourth segment, and it's live.
They said we couldn't do it.
They said we couldn't do it. Now, on the repeats, I don't know how much of this is going to be redacted, as they say in legal parlance. But you're back here on The Right Side podcast. Steve Levy, I'm your weekly host, former Suffolk County executive, former New York State Assemblyman, president and CEO of the Center for Cost-Effective Government. Now, I have with me today Fred Rubino, who's got his podcast here right before me.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you said.
And the new Newlywed Game, which is a rip. Gino Pisconti. Fred, what does Gino do? I forgot.
Gino does his sister, I think, on the weekends.
She'll call.
And then he does a comedy club on
Teresa,
Sunday.
get me out of here, please.
Then he
Get
does
me out-
penance.
I can't believe
I'm
it.
here every Monday, and every Tuesday, Wednesday at noon.
Every Monday, Tuesday,
Well,
Wednesday.
listen.
When my sister's
Monday,
not busy.
Tuesday, he's Apollonia.
Friday,
Monday,
Sunday,
Tuesday.
Monday. Do you know there was a
I
deleted
was-
scene where they caught the guy that killed Apollonia and killed him? I just saw that on the Insta page.
He ran a
really?
pizzeria up in Utica.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
I never
All right,
saw that
so
till 2 days ago.
We're going to reverse things.
You have a show here, I'm told.
Usually.
Steve, would you pipe down? We're talking about The Godfather, for crying out
You
loud.
don't walk into
as long-
Stevie's podcast
as
and
long
talk to
as
Fred
you're not-
Rubino like that.
As long as you're not talking about the governor of the state of New York being in a certain
He was
state.
doing Pete Buttigieg jokes 2-3 at a time.
So
Couldn't
listen,
get a political
boys.
story in it.
Listen, boys.
Yes.
I usually would wait till the last minute to allow you to plug things.
But it's
Right.
over.
So you don't have much to plug anyway, but let's do
Yeah.
it now so we don't run out of time. And then next week, Gino, when you have 4 people at your event,
Yeah.
instead of 10, your usual 10,
Yeah.
you're not mad at me. So where are you going to be?
I'm at Catch a Rising Star Princeton this Saturday with the wife. Big payday. Big payday, Fred.
Just go to fredrubino.com. You'll see all my shows. You'll see my social
the way it
media.
should be done.
You'll see everything. And I'll show you my circumcised penis. Fat El
dog.
Sayed.
How's the dog?
She's circumcised too.
Nice. She
She
is.
is.
Yes.
She
She's
is.
a Muslim. She's a Muslim dog.
I can't believe
Do you know Muslims don't like dogs? In the Quran, it
Well, that's
says
very
it
true.
steals your soul.
Well,
What?
there was a whole thing on this. Wait, there's a guy from Florida, Randy Fine.
I'm a resident of Florida.
That's what he
Why
keeps
wouldn't you
saying.
tell me
I don't
this?
believe it at all. So Randy Fine, he got in trouble for criticizing this Muslim leader who said, we don't like dogs, and we don't, but it wasn't just a personal decision that we don't want dogs. They wanted to put in legislation that, you ban dogs. So this guy Fine comes out and says, this is lunacy, and then they criticize Fine for being Islamophobic. I mean, you
It's in the
can't make
Quran.
this- You
I did not
cannot
know
make
that.
this stuff up.
Here's the thing about Sharia law.
And
They
we-
don't enter it all the way. They get one piece of it and they enter it. And then they get another piece and they enter it. So the dog part is part of Sharia law.
Mm-hmm.
That you shouldn't have it. It's dirty animal.
Are cats okay? I mean, that's terrible to begin with.
Well, I
You
know.
got a lot of crazy stuff in the Bible too, and you can't take it literally in my
Yeah, but
mind.
not
sorry,
dogs.
sorry, Teresa.
They
she
say
might have-
Jews are people.
Isn't that crazy? So, but when you take things literally, literally, chop off the hand because they stole something. It's not something we have in our Constitution. That's why we have a Constitution, so that other stuff has to be secondary. It cannot supersede your Constitution.
Well, getting back to what we said before,
Right.
I know the Muslim family. They have kids. They go and they buy a puppy because they're Americanized, and they left these countries because they don't want to be this radical craziness.
Yeah.
And this is 99% of the Muslim population of New York. And then these idiots move next door, and they say, "What kind of Muslim are you?" And then they turn the neighborhood against.
They radicalize it.
I'm half Italian. It's like the Italians and the mafia. You know,
half.
they ruin it. Half. It's
Just the good half.
yeah, from the neck
Told you
down.
half Jewish.
No one
Jewish
suffers
parts,
more
the Italian parts.
than the moderate Muslim when you let the radical
That's
Muslim
true.
in.
As we
The ones that
as-
play by the rules always suffer the most.
Okay.
It was the same with DEI.
Right.
Listen, somehow I'm going to segue
Sure.
into $40 trillion debt. How did we do that one? We
Easily.
just hit the mark. $40 trillion.
But it's not
What is that in
Okay.
pesos?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Many, many pesos. But
40 trillion.
we are getting to the point of no return. And I've been saying for the longest time, they have the debt ceilings and they vote for the debt ceilings all the time. You have to do that because once you issue the debt, you have to pay your debt or your entire economy collapses. But here's the deal. And I've said this in my book, Solutions to America's Problems. I'm not
Final
plugging it, but you can buy it on Amazon and Borders. Anyway, Solutions to America's Problems. When the next time comes up to raise the debt ceiling, would you please pass a balanced budget amendment? Why do we not have a balanced budget amendment? You have to balance your budget in your homes. I know you don't.
I don't.
You're supposed to.
It's in my book, How You Douche, Same Solution. And I just spend too much money.
Yeah, same.
That's why he's got
But
five
I think
residencies.
Democrats love to print money.
It's a fact.
During COVID, they printed a lot of money.
And now
you
they're
go.
blaming affordability on Trump. It's bullshit.
That's right. That's right. You know, when you spend $4 trillion, as they did, the Democrats did after COVID, and in fairness, Trump spent some trillions too early
Yeah.
on with the PPP loan.
I don't think it was right either.
No, you had to. You had to. You needed those PPP loans because the idiots closed down the world. Fauci closed down the world. So you got to keep people going. But now the economy recovered, so Biden comes in and says, hey, let's spend another $4 trillion. What happens? Too much money in circulation, inflation. So what happens? The Fed says, hey, we have to raise interest rates to 6.5% from 2% under Trump. Trump's inflation was 2%. Now, you know, under Biden, it went 9%, and they're blaming unaffordability on Trump?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
They paid people not to revolt. If they didn't give a dime out,
Yeah.
every store owner would say, I'm
shutting
sorry,
down. I'm not
I have
shutting.
to stay open.
Yeah.
And everybody who was not deathly ill in bed would have said, I'm going to work. I don't care. And that's what would have happened. But they paid people not to revolt.
And not just people, criminals, or people that became criminals, because so much of that money was just used fraudulently, was just collected by people in scams. And again, that's why you have, what's the inflation rate now, 6%?
No, it's about, you know, 3 to 4.
Okay, so he brought it
better
all the
than
way
9,
down. But
better
they're,
than 9.
But they're
yeah.
bitching about affordability. When you said it perfectly, Fred, they did it. And they hate Elon Musk. They loved him you know, 10, 20 years ago. Now they hate him. And this is the guy that when they were shut...
Don't say fucking,
Yeah,
all right?
okay.
It's not...
Censor.
This fucking ice hole. This guy, they wanted to
That's
shut
the
down. They
Icelandic
wanted to shut
version.
down everything, and he goes, I'm not shutting down Tesla. He's like, I'll sleep on the floor with my employees, and they
Like Gino does in his furnished Bailey apartment.
I sleep on the floor with my unemployees, and then what does he do? Not only does he do that, then he takes over X and he fires 80% of everyone.
And they said he was
hate
gonna
this man.
pull
Right, and I thought of that because he did the exact
What were
opposite
they
of what
doing?
you said.
What were they doing? It's like the federal government, like with the Department of Education. Oh, they're slicing people from the department. What do they do?
Yeah.
What the heck do so
Take a
many
paycheck.
of these people do? And
Meanwhile, the inner cities, they have a 70% truancy rate. 70%, which means the other 30% aren't reading or writing up to par. So what are they doing for if you did that job so poorly, like you're doing the podcast?
Thank you.
It's not like Joe the Box just saying, just keep going. They should be
There's
fired.
accountability.
There should be some, if your
my
class...
salary's going to be cut in half after this.
If your
Same.
class fails all of the subjects, how can you still be a teacher?
I'm doing a white paper right now in my Center for Cost Effective Government. Go to centerforcosteffectivegovernment.org. Go to the white papers. We have white papers and everything. This one is on why do inner city people still vote for the same people every time when their schools suck and keep sucking, when there's high crime and it gets worse all the time, and you keep reelecting these same people. And here's part of the answer. You know what we're finding?
I'm leaving.
Here's part of the answer. So many of these people are either on or were put on the dole or work for the government. So now you're invested with these morons who are in office right now because they signed my check.
Yeah.
They signed my check for when I go to work at the government, or they sign my check when I go to social services. I can't boot them. The new guy coming in might cut me.
Yeah.
And that's half of the problem. So that's why Democrats want to put everyone on the dole, immigrants and everyone else. We own you now. No matter how badly we F up, I'll say F up,
Hey!
you're gonna keep putting us in, okay?
Wow.
There you go.
And let me listen. The Democratic Party has prided themselves to representing the poor.
That's right.
So if they make you middle class,
Yeah.
they lost your vote.
Right.
Yes.
You stay poor.
Have to make people stay poor. Why would you vote for someone who is dedicated to keeping you poor?
And on that note, why do they want all these immigrants coming in, legal or illegal?
Because they're gay. No.
That's right.
I thought you were going that way.
I would have said Jews, but
Yeah.
gay's probably smarter.
That you know it's not Jews, not in today's climate. So Bill Clinton decided
Jews
we are
control.
going to outsource all of our jobs to China. So he guts the inner America. So the white working class that was the mainstay of the Democratic Party abandons the Democrats. They're now voting Republican. So the Democrats say, we don't have enough votes to get elected.
Let's 20
bring
million in.
Let's bring in 20
Yep.
million new people. Am I right or am I right,
Not only
Fred?
20 million
10
people.
seconds.
Not only 20 million people, they're bringing them in to have babies going back to China, and they could vote too.
Yeah.
Damn right. They say, you've got 10 seconds, Gino Bisconti.
This is just
See
on,
me
10
at
seconds to get us thrown
FredRubino.com.
absolute pleasure. By the way, I'm writing a paper on the inner city, but it is not a white paper. All right, there you go.
I made it. I made it, folks. There's 10, 9, 8.
I'm gonna drop it.
I'm writing a
almost
paper
there.
too on
I'm
the inner city.
almost there. Go see all my
It's
stuff
got
on
barbecue sauce.
stevelevy.info.
Carnival Cruises, Fred.
Steve, see you next week, I think.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America.